This video is to show you how to pull your CFE scores out of the baseball card report in Performance Matters. Of course, to get to the baseball card report, you will need to log into Performance Matters. You can go the usual IMS route, or I've made a shortened link for you. It's bit.ly/EHS-BBC for, well, you guessed it, Edgewater High School baseball card. Now notice that when we come to the baseball card, yours may look a little bit different than mine because I have school access and you probably have teacher access. So you may not see everything you see, but the process is still the same. Now all CFE scores are stored in this interim local assessments folder. So you can just go ahead and click the little triangle to drop that down. And then find your subject area. Now I will tell you this, you might have to do just a little bit of hunting because, for instance, I was looking for basketball scores. I looked in health and phys ed and I actually saw a basketball test. Now how did I see it? Well, if you notice, all our CFE tests, don't forget, start with 04.CFE. So that's how you can know that these are not CFEs that start with anything but 04. Well, I didn't see it there, so I went down to phys ed, drop that down, and look, there's our basketball test right there. Now, how do I know that these are active? Well, if you see this number here, that will tell you the number of students that have a score for that test. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now you notice there are 3 tests here. There's the course code and the name and the actual date, year, and semester. Now the 3 scores are this. This very first one here, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go ahead and select it, and you notice one of them popped up here. But because I see so many students, I only want to see the students that actually have the score. And the way that we do that is by applying swatching. Come up here. If you notice that you have your colored swatches here, the gray means folks that don't have a score. So I want to click that so it's kind of got a white center to it. And then I'm going to click Apply Swatching, and that will get rid of any students that don't have a score. So here they are, all the students that have a score. Now notice I just picked the very first score in this list here. Look at the second one. It says raw score. Raw score is the actual number of questions that the student got right out of the test. The next one down is rubric average. Well, if you notice, rubric average is just the same thing as the very first score, except it's written as a decimal point instead of a percentage. So the very first one is a percentage score, how many percent they got right. The second one, the raw score, is how many actual questions they got right. And then the last one is the same as the first one, except it's written as a decimal and not as a percent. Now that you have everything in there, you've had all your students that you want, you can pick whichever score you want. Let's say, for instance, I don't want the raw score or the rubric average. I'm just going to go ahead and uncheck those so I only have one column. Now before you export your report into Excel so you can do some work with it, you may want to consider adding other columns to it just to get that information into Excel along with the scores. In order to do that, just come over to this little box right here by student name. Click that. And here you have the choice of columns that you can add to your report. For instance, you may need to know what grade the student is in, so just click current grade. Now you've got the grade column right here along with the scores. Now I'm ready to export it. Well, to export it, just come up to this little symbol here for Excel. Click that. And then once you click it, it should open up right in Excel on your computer. If not, it may send it to your downloads folder and then you'll have to open it up there. But I'm using Chrome, so Chrome knows to open up safe Excel reports. Now it did say up here that it's protected right now because it's trying to protect you. So you can go ahead and click Enable Editing. This way, once you have it in here, you can go ahead and start sorting your columns here. So if I just go ahead and select everybody, I've got everybody highlighted. Come up here to sort and filter, and then I'm going to choose custom sort, and I want to sort by the second column, the actual score that they got there, and I want it from largest to smallest, and there we go. Don't forget to save your file every chance that you get. Now don't forget, this file currently is saved in your downloads folder. If you want to save it someplace else, you have to come up to File, Save As, Computer, and browse to wherever on your computer you would like to save that file. And that's all there is to getting your scores out of the baseball card.